Listen, I'm really sorry. I know I promised, but I can't make it. We're walking the Thames and we're on Rope Street. Yeah, no, I'd love to make it, but I'm tied up. Hello there and welcome to part 2 of Walk the Thames. Today we're starting in Greenwich and we're going all the way down to Tower Bridge. This is one of my favourite parts of the Thames. It's a beautiful stretch and it's a gorgeous day for it. So the best thing to do is to get started. So we're going to head straight over to Greenwich. I'm going to put on my mask so that I can use the magical Greenwich teleport machine, which is here. It's been here since the Victorian times and we've just a couple of steps, we'll arrive in Greenwich. Watch this now, ready? Shouldn't every city have a teleport machine?
Last time we were here only a few days ago and everything was still closed, but today things are starting to reopen again and it looks great. What a difference a few days make! This is a vegan box from the Ethiopian and Eritrean food stall just on there. And we have chickpeas, lentils, spinach.
It really is a wonderful walk, and if you want to do it too, it's very easy. You can get a map and a guide directly from the TfL website. Just search for the Thames Path. However, if you want to copy what we've done, you'll have to do the walk backwards, because like always, we did it arseways.
Now we got to the point where the Thames Path goes inland and it might not be very interesting, so instead Peter is going to recite as many London Underground stations as he can remember in 30 seconds.
What?
Go.
Brixton, Stockwell, Vauxhall, Victoria, Pimlico, Green Park, Piccadilly Circus, Oxford Circus, Tottenham Court Road, Holborn, St Paul's, Chancery Lane, Marble Arch, Bond Street, Baker Street, Walthamstow Central, Tower Hill, Blackfriars, Cannon Street, Embankment, Westminster, Elephant and Castle, Morden, Queen's Park, Paddington. I can't think of any more. Please don't hurt me, Jenny.
Fire at will! Whose will, sir? I don't know, but fire at him anyway.
This is called something like Deptford Strand, this road.
Yeah.
But it might as well be called Cannon Street, because there's so many cannons.
Oh.
So you know when it's your birthday and you ask your friends to hire you a boat and you expect like a yacht or something?
Yeah.
One of the best things about this walk is that there are ample opportunities to take photographs, because you basically keep the river alongside you, and when you go off the river path you go into very quaint side streets, so it is definitely worth bringing your camera. Look, it's Surrey Docks Farm and you can walk through here. Note to self, return when it's open. When you emerge from Surrey Docks, you go straight on. You end up walking through a hotel complex and you end up seeing this fantastic Blacksmith Arms pub. as I said before, it is incredibly photogenic around this area. It's really, really beautiful, and it's a very enjoyable day out. You walk quite a long distance without even realizing it. We're gonna say bye-bye to the river for now. Bye, river, unless we go over here.
No, we're not going.
Up we go. That's the shortcut. One of the nice things when you get to Rotherhithe is that the skyline starts to change. It goes from being this industrial brickwork buildings to the city. You have the City of London there behind us, and also you have the Shard. And as we start to go on this last bit of the journey, we're about 3/4 of the way through now, we're going to weave a little bit towards the right, heading up towards getting our first glimpse of Tower Bridge. So let's go. Okay guys, for those who have seen our Crystal Palace video and saw how much we struggled with the maze,
We found an easier one.
This is for you, yeah, it's an easier one. Ooh, Tower Bridge. And as Tower Bridge emerges on the skyline, you might be tempted to stop there, but just keep walking down the amazing side streets of Rotherhithe and you'll start getting unique views that most don't get to see. Okay, so I'm standing here in St. Saviour's Dock, which looks pretty inconspicuous nowadays, but if you can cast your mind back a couple of 100 years, it used to be where they executed pirates. It used to be called Execution Dock, and there was a lot of pirates executed here, including the notorious Captain Kidd. And I guess when they brought him here, they weren't kidding around. Are you still recording?
Yes.
And a lot of this area used to be old factories, so they still have the very cool connecting bridges between buildings.
And we have finally made it to Tower Bridge. This is where our journey ends today.
Next time on Walk the Thames, Jenny and I are doing our most ambitious walk yet. From Tower Bridge all the way down to Albert Bridge in Battersea. So do come along for the walk with us. Consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already done so. And
Tune in for part 3 of Walk the Thames.